State your name.
Dallas Chidester, owner of Chidester Transport.
And how many riders do you have working? Or
I currently have 6 contracted riders, and then my brother is a fill-in part-time rider, and also I fund him for the rest of the races, but he's not fully sponsored as far as the sponsors are concerned. So I do all the funding on that. But so he does go to all the races. Other than that, the other 6 riders are contracted with 23 sponsors, and of course myself. So.
What are the riders? What's your game plan for the riders tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going to be featuring Terran Taylor. He worked the first race, so he hasn't raced this year. So we'll be featuring him tomorrow. He is a top expert. He should do very well. I'm excited to see where he's going to be, and see if he can be in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. He's definitely got the speed and stuff. Shelby Coleman, kind of plan on her being somewhere in the top 12, 15 overall in the amateur class for a girl that's very respectable. Hopefully, 1 through 3 on her, class finish as well. So they all have bonus money, so it's definitely a respectable thing for them to get, first through third in their class so they can pick up bonus money. And then all the other riders, James, Cooper, they're both experts as well. They should do pretty well. I would expect they'll be in the top 10. They're very smooth, calculated riders. Dave Pearson, he's a world-class rider. He should definitely be up there, top 1 or 2 for sure, as long as he doesn't have any technical issues. And then my brother's, like I said, he's filling in for Kyle tomorrow, so he should do pretty well. He's been training quite a bit. Kyle probably going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, so he won't be in. Probably tell Sage riders, I would imagine, or even Firebirds after goals. So, the plan tomorrow is just, get out there. We'll start walking some lines, beat some lines in, like all your top teams do. We get out there and we make sure that, they got the correct line picked out. So, hopefully tomorrow will be good. We'll see what the weather does and holds out. We'll make some adjustments along the way if the weather does get bad. Get the correct tires and stuff on it tomorrow.
It's hard to believe that we're going to have bad weather tomorrow looking at the weather today. It's such a nice day out there today.
Yeah.
And that's going to make a difference.
Yeah, it will. It'll change some things. It could change some dust, but maybe it'll rain tonight. Maybe a little bit of sleet or something like that. Keep the dust a little low. I suspect if it doesn't rain or snow long term for 8-9 hours, it's still going to be dusty tomorrow. So we'll see what kind of factor that plays. Tomorrow, I'll probably say 8 or 9 o'clock. We'll definitely get an idea as to what adjustments we're going to have to make on the fly to make these riders comfortable. We got 23 sponsors that expect a lot out of us. With that being said, we got to do the right thing and try to get good results and represent their brand. So,
what time does the race start tomorrow for the experts?
Experts should be starting around 11 o'clock, first wave. Amateurs will be right behind them. I don't know what they're going to do, 1 to 2 minute intervals, somewhere in that ballpark. It sounds like they've changed the course due to BLM, making some adjustments because of the weather. So probably going to be 2 30-mile loops versus the first loop was 57 miles with an alternate pit. The second loop was 26. So we'll see what that does. It will be calm, of course, from what they're saying.
So 2 loops on the same course.
2 loops on the same course from what we're hearing. Who knows? They might make an adjustment. They're saying the second loop might be another 8 to 10 miles. They're trying to get that figured out right now. So we'll see what it does. It's supposed to be a little more technical if that's the route they're going to go. But they're going to take us out of some of the nice washes they're going to send us through tomorrow. And, like I said, BLM's made a major change on that. There's not much we can do about it. So we'll just have to roll with the punches on that one.
Anything else you'd like to tell us?
First, I'd like to thank all the sponsors for everything they've done. Matrix Concept has set up our pits phenomenal. First Choice Graphics has done a phenomenal job on giving us all of our graphics for every race. Cherokee sends us plastics every race to make sure all the riders look, top notch. Twin Air, can't thank them enough for what they've done. Randy at GPR, got to give a huge shout out to Randy because, without Randy, supporting me last year personally, and when I gave him the call, I said, listen, I got this team, I'm starting, it's a legitimate deal, and we want to start competing against these other big teams. and you know, see where we're going to be. He was on board. And, you know, he sent us, you know, 8 sets of GPRs, and he's taking care of us. So, you know, I have to give GPR all the credit in the world for not batting an eye and taking care of the team. You know, Max's tires, they stepped up huge and give us a bunch of tires. So these guys have fresh tires at every race. I can't express enough how huge that is, especially in an industry that's somewhat fallen behind since, you know, pre-2007. You know, the industry's kind of lacked a little bit, so support's been a little more, you know, tight, technical, difficult. So, you know, when I started this in February, it was definitely you know, a long road to get where we're at today, to, you know, get these contracts signed, and not only with the manufacturers, but finally getting to where I can have my riders sign the contracts after everything was done. So it was a good year before everything got set up. So, you know, I can't thank these sponsors enough. What they're doing for us is huge. And also, you know, competitive-wise, I have to give a shout out to, you know, Ron Purvine, Blaze Racing, KTM, and THR, Monster Energy Cali, and some of these other guys, and RPM Racing. You know, Mike owns that team, and the things that they're doing, and, you know, SRT, you know, stepping up to the plate and helping out these riders like I've done, and I think it's huge what they're doing. So I can't, you know, express enough gratitude to someone that's willing to come out of pocket and you know, support people. So it should be good. It's going to be a major change, I think, this year, especially for our local series, to be able to, you know, give kids a chance to, you know, look forward to something. You know, you don't always have to just be a factory rider. And that's part of what I'm trying to change in the game, is, you know, do what Mitch Payton kind of does to a degree, and, you know, build these kids up and give them an opportunity to be on a team. So that's what, you know, is the long-term goal, is to continue to keep supporting kids. You know, next year I'm going to look into the Super Mini and get the sponsors and see what they want to do and what direction we're going to go. So some series will change next year. You know, we'll probably run a little bit of works, things of that nature. This year we're doing some of the Hare and Hounds, and of course the whole entire USRA and one works race. So it should be, you know, a really fun year. And, you know, we'll just see where we go. It'll be trial and error as we go.